Hey, I'm Lo, and welcome back to Planescape Torment.
I'm gone.
I'm gone. When last we left the Nameless One, we spoke to this guy, Phineas T. Lort, the 39th, I think. And he's like a guy who buys trash, I guess. But he didn't want to buy our trash. We have some rat tails, I think. Uh Somewhere. Wait. Did he buy them? No, there they are. Yeah. Yeah, so we've got 6 dirty rat tails and he didn't want to buy them. Even though it looks like he's got a whole wall here full of rat tails. Yeah, this board has a number of rat tails pinned to it. And before that, we were exploring the merchant district. Oh god, enemy sighted. And there was a merchant over here somewhere that wanted to sell us some lim-lims. Which are weird jumping insect creatures, I guess.
Did you see that? Damn it.
Damn it! Guess he's running away, that's fine. And he's running away too.
Alright.
Actually, I wanted to have a look at the lim-lims again in the journal. Lim-lim. Look at these guys, they're so happy. Isn't this so cute? I kind of love them. Yeah! I love their expression. These innocuous insects appear to be little more than giant fleas. However, they can be trained and seem loyal to their owners. How far that loyalty extends is worth investigating. I don't think we had any other like new bestiary entries here since last episode. Yeah. It's also been like a week since I played, so I'm gonna read the last couple journal entries and just figure out what to do this episode. So, while wandering the hive, I came across a man with a series of shifting lines covering his face. He claimed that a necklace of his order, Eret Age, I believe, was stolen by 3 thugs dressed in black and red, by a bar that burns inside. I'll go and see if I can find the place and if I can get them back. Or get the item back. I spoke with a vermin control inspector in the hive, Phineas T. Lort, who said he was paying bounties on all cranium rats delivered to his office, at a rate of 1 copper per rat tail. I suppose a little copper is better than none at all. Maybe if I bring him enough rat tails, I can squeeze him for a better rate. Huh, that's a quest. So it has to be cranium rats, I guess. My normal rat tails aren't good enough, maybe. I believe a cranium rat is like a rat that has literally just a brain, like, sticking out of its head. There's a lot of weird monsters in D&D. Where's this other guy gone? Oop. Where? Ah, there. Near death. Come back, you bastard. Let me kill you. Oh, come on. Stop running! Let me kill you!
Die.
There we go. Oh, now this one's attacking. This is the problem with these thugs. It's like, you kill one, and suddenly they all want to kill you. And they run away, and then like they witness you killing another one once they've run away, and it attracts more. It's just endless. Oh, you're not attacking me. What's going on?
I'm gone.
No? Hello?
Damn it.
Damn it! Okay, there we go. Target gone. One more, please. Stop. Stop! There we go. Okay. Right. So anyway... I think what I'm going to do is just keep talking to people. So I don't think I've met you. Reekwind. This man is looking at you with a strange, bug-eyed stare. His eyes are huge. So huge they look ready to pop out of his sockets and roll across the cobblestones. He nods eagerly as you approach, bobbing his head like a bird. And as you near him, you suddenly notice the smell of urine and feces surrounding him. Greetings. The man sniffles and wipes his nose on his sleeve, then opens his mouth to reveal blackened, rotted gums. Stories for coin, sirrah! His breath reeks. It smells like this man's been keeping rotten meat stored inside his mouth. Stories for coin! Who are you? The man snorts, thick with phlegm. Names. Who are you? Who are you? Who you are? His head does a slight twitch every time he repeats himself. Names. Dangerous. He glances at the ground and stirs the dirt with his foot. Dangerous? Knowing a name or being stuck with one. Both's a mess of trouble. He looks back up at you. My name's a given name, not one asked for. Reekwind. Once again you become conscious of his reeking breath and the smell of urine and feces that surrounds him. A given name. An appropriate name. A name that fits you well. Is that your real name? I see. Farewell. Is that your real name? Not my true name. Reekwind mumbles, his head twitching every time he says name. A true name's a dangerous thing. Gives others powers. He stares at you with his huge eyes and wags his finger. Keep your name secret. Keep it close. Never let it out. What do you mean? Names are like smells. Things can track you with them. He coughs, his eyes almost popping out of his skull as he does so. Jesus. His cough seems to loosen his bowels, for he breaks wind loudly, as if to accentuate his point. If someone knows a true name, it gives them power. He licks his lips. The power to hurt. I don't know my true name.
Updated my journal.
Reekwind's eyes widen. Seeing his eyeballs bulge even larger makes you uneasy. Then you are blessed. Remain nameless, and you shall be as a spirit on the plains. Untraceable, unseen, undiscovered. He smacks his gums wetly. A name chosen, a name given. It allows others to find you and hurt you. Have you been hurt? Reekwind gives a twitching nod, then scratches himself. Let my name slip once, only once. His eyes film over as if the memory is painful, then glances at you uneasily. Tell you the story I will, but 3 coppers must I see. His face splits into a smile as he says the word coppers, and his reeking breath hits you like a hammer. 3 coppers is... I've got like 200 coin at this point, so yeah, here's 3 common. Reekwind gets into a stance, looks left, looks right, then faces you. His face clenches. Then with a grunt, he breaks wind again. The smell nearly levels you, jeez. But he takes no notice. Cursed I walked the wards in splendor. He stands up stiffly, nose high in the air. He saunters back and forth, nodding to invisible passerbys. There's that word again. It really should be passerbys, not passers-by. Yeah, listen. Let's
Updated my journal.
Listen to the whole thing. Reekwind freezes his arms akimbo. What does that mean, akimbo? Does that mean, like, just both arms out, or, like, flailing, or... I never really know what that word means. Crossed paths with a crossed one, had the looking of a pumpkin, his seeds curses. Reekwind then thrusts his belly out so as to appear fat, slicks back his hair with his filthy palm so that he looks almost bald, and begins drumming his fingers on his fat belly. He then walks about, circling the spot where his stuffy upper-class persona used to be. All a jumble with curses this one was. With a sneer and a careless gesture, Reekwind tosses an invisible curse at the stuffy persona. I like how he's doing a little performance. Knew my name. Let it slip, I had. All it took. He stiffens up again, inhaling deeply and resuming his upper-class persona. The persona suddenly crumples, and Reekwind breaks wind violently, then exhales, filling the air with his foul-reeking breath. Cursed with stenches, smells, excrement, came here to tell tales, all good for now. Now Reekwind is the name, given name. I see. I had some other questions. Questions! Reekwind hunches over, regarding you warily with his huge eyes. Answers? So, to summarize his little performance, I guess he was a noble and he told someone his true name by accident, and they immediately cursed him to be a stinky farty man. I guess. That sucks for him. And now he's basically homeless because nobody wants a stinky, shitty man in their house, I guess. My first question, who are you again? What happened to you? I'd like to hear a story. Can you tell me about this area? Can you tell me where I could find someone named Farad? I'm missing a journal. Have you seen one? Oh, I've got 700 coin. Wow. I guess we'll just go down the line just to see the dialogue. Who are you again? The man snorts, thick with phlegm. Names. Ah, okay, this is just all this again. Is that your real name? What do you mean? Oh god, are you gonna... Do I have to pay you again? Yeah, I do. Okay. Here you go. Whatever. Let's just go through it. Yeah. I see. Okay. Let's not ask that again. What happened to you? Reekwind gives a twitching nod, then scratches himself. Let my name slip once, only once. Oh god, this is the same thing, isn't it? I had some questions, though. Right, okay, I can just get back here. I'd like to hear... This is gonna be the same thing, isn't it? It's probably the same thing. Yeah, okay. God, I can't believe 3 different dialogue options lead back there. Oh man, what if they all lead back to that? Like, can you tell me about this area? The hive! A tale I can tell. I will. But 3 coppers I must see. Very well, no, this is the same. You almost got me. This is the same story. Can you tell me where I could find someone named Farad? Requin suddenly hunches over and leers at you, walking around for a moment, dragging his leg as if lame. A king? A noble tale, I can tell, but 3 coppers I must see. Yeah, I think I'm right. I think he's just gonna try and tell the story over and over again. Breaks wind, scratches his arms, thinks for a moment, then shakes his head. Oh, okay. No journal have I seen. Never mind then, farewell. God. Okay. Oh, Craddock! Wait, aren't we supposed to look for Craddock? Retrieve... Oh, we got a... we got a quest for this. Remove Requin's Curse of Stench. Find Craddock for Bane the Sender. I agreed to deliver a message for a man named Bane the Sender. Bane said the person I needed to deliver the message to was named Craddock, and is said to be an overseer in the marketplace, somewhere in the hive. The only description Bane could give me of Craddock was that he was a giant, stern-looking man. I'll keep my eye out for him. If I find Craddock, I'll deliver the message and then go back and tell Bane. Okay, yes, this is the guy. You see a huge man, watching the area with a tight-lipped frown and narrowed eyes. He is hunched slightly, as if bearing a heavy load on his shoulders. The unpleasant smell of sweat and dirt wafts from his clothes. Another stinky man. Okay. Greetings. The man glances down at you, his frown deepens. Aye, what ye sniffin' round here for? I had some questions. You Craddock? Never mind, sorry to bother you. You Craddock? Mayhap. He studies your face as if trying to recall you. If I am, what be it to ye? I came with a message from Bane the Sender. The message states, the shipment must be incursed by the 3rd day, or there'll be a penalty. By the hells! Can they be such fools that they think we can miracle it here? Alright then. Your message has found its way to the right ears, for all the good it'll do. What's the problem? Look around ye! Craddock nods at the labourers in the marketplace, then scowls. These laggards and half-wits have barely kept up with the load as it stands, and now it needs doing in half the time. Do you need help? I'll tell ye what I need. All my men to show up for work. Almost got it. Jelai's gone missing since morn. I need him back now. Jelai? Where did he go? That hive-bred goat is probably passed out in the streets somewhere by the smoldering corpse, when he should be here helping us. Worthless sod. I could go find him for you, for a price. Yeah, I'll ask for money for this one. I don't really feel like I owe Craddock anything. Craddock is silent for a moment, then nods. Aye. Ye find July. Ye tell him to drag his worthless, bum-ridden hide here. I'll pay you for your trouble. He frowns. When you've found him. Now get! You said he's likely to be by the smoldering corpse. Where is that?
Updated my journal.
It's south and east of here. Head through the southeast gate, then head east for about a block. It's got a mess of drunks outside. Can't miss it. July's most like somewhere around there. Alright, I'll go look for him. Farewell. Cool.
Try these spices, sir. You can just taste them all over here.
I don't know if you can hear the merchants sometimes calling out. They say weird things. Have we been in here? Oh, hello. Small dwelling. This looked like it would be a big shop. You see a plump woman going around in her going about her chores. She doesn't notice you enter the room. Sure, let's sneak up on a domestic situation. Greetings. What are you doing in my house? Don't you have any manners? You don't just go around entering people's houses. I'm sorry, I didn't know anyone lived here. Well, now you know. Please leave now and close the door on your way out. I have many chores and I still need to finish, and I don't need any more interruptions.
I'm gone.
Can I steal your stuff? Oh, you got 5 coppers. You got 8 coppers. Hang on. I actually don't know what happens. Oh no! Fuck! She's attacking me! Shit! Hang on. Oh no, I'm trapped! Shit! Wait. I can explain. Actually, I can't explain. I am genuinely trapped. If I kill her, I don't want to kill her.
How many times must this fool die?
And I don't know if you saw, but I quick saved right as she trapped me, so I would have soft locked myself without dying. Man, thank God this game thank God this game has this system where you just respawn, right? Otherwise I would genuinely would have genuinely been stuck there. Also, completely unintentionally, I've just death warped to Bane the Sender. Hey, Bane. You see Bane the Sender. As you approach, he looks at you hopefully. Can't remember what voice I gave this guy, so... Were you successful in finding Craddock, good sir? Yes, and I passed your message along, although it didn't seem to please him any.
Updated my journal.
Bane doesn't seem to have heard any word after yes, for he smiles and heaves a sigh of relief. Good fortune indeed. Thank you, good sir, thank you. He reaches into his robe and pulls out a handful of coppers, which he counts out and then hands to you. 45 coppers for delivering a message, eh? Fair enough. Oh, more than fair, good sir, more than fair. I can say without hesitation there's no finer profession in all Sigil than that of a runner for the House of Senders. I'll keep that in mind. Farewell, Bane. Great. Where was the... So, Smoldering something bar. He said south and then east. Do you think that's here, the southeastern portion? Maybe. Let's go find out. Let's see. Kuatra's warehouse? Smoldering corpse. Yeah. Okay. Hell's tattoo parlor. Painted door to the tenement of thugs. I don't think we've been in there, but I feel like I would get attacked on sight if I did.
Alright.
Alright. I feel like I'm starting to get his voice. It's like, I'm still tuning it in, but like every time I hear him like say his little barks, I'm repeating them because I'm trying to like hone in his voice.
Did you see that?
Same with Mort. You see that?
This is probably the worst place we can be in Sigil at the worst time.
Really? What, nighttime in this part of town specifically? Or?
Did you see that?
Did you see that? Hopefully, Ooh, whoa, okay. Yeah, okay, I see why this is called the Smoldering Corpse Bar now. It's literally got a burning guy floating in the middle of it.
Done.
Drusilla. If you can get over the smell, something. Welcome to the Smoldering Corpse. This woman with fading bruises on her face, oh no, and arms, and a look of despairing longing in her sunken eyes. She might have been pretty once, but those days are long gone. She turns slowly to face you. Life pours into her features, and the spark of sardonic light that dances in her eyes now makes you wonder if your eyes were deceiving you. Wait, what? This woman with fading bruises and a look of despairing longing in her eyes. She might have been pretty once, but those days were long ago. She turns slowly to face you, and life pours into her features. The spark of sardonic light that dances in her eyes now makes you wonder if your eyes were deceiving you. What does sardonic mean again? I can't quite remember. How should I voice her then? Welcome to the smoldering corpse, scarred man. Who are you? I'm looking for a journal. Would you happen to have seen it? What can you tell me about this place? Who's that burning by the entryway? I'm looking for a collector by the name of Farad. Have you seen or heard of him? Okay, sardonic means scornful or cynically mocking. Okay, so she's got like kind of a sarcastic tone. Or like maybe a bit of an angry tone? Yeah, let's ask about the burning man. Who's that burning by the entryway?
Updated my journal.
That despair you saw on her face before flits across again like a black-winged shadow before she masters herself. That's Ignis, one of the greatest wizards ever to come out of this slimy excuse for a cesspool. Oh, ran out of breath there. Slummy excuse for a cesspool. They caught him and they opened a channel to the plane of fire through him, and now he's just a doorway for it, keeping himself alive by force of will alone. If someone could douse him for a few moments, it'd give him his life back, but they don't make enough water to do that. Someone should be able to find something. Oh well. Can you answer some more questions for me? What's your connection to him? Yeah, let's ask that. What's your connection? Her voice practically throbs with a deep ache. I was Ignis's lover, and he my beloved. He loved the flame more than me, and now he has become the flame. And because I love him, I love the flame. But that's all done with now. Now I wait for him to douse himself. I sell what little I have, just so I can be near him. Christ, that's tragic. Very well. Answer some other questions? Aye, traveller. What is it you seek? Who are you? I am Drusilla. And you must be clueless. Don't ask me how I know that. It just shines off you. Clueless? I think not. Shines, right. Answer some more questions from me. I don't want to hear it, especially not from you. Good day. Clueless? I think not. She smirks at you, and her bruises seem to almost fade. Whatever you say, dearie. Whatever. Answer some questions for me. I don't like how direct... Answer me! I'm looking for a journal. Would you happen to have seen it? A journal? Oh, sure. I keep an eye out for all stray journals, just in case some scarred man walks into my favourite bar and starts asking about it. Do you ask everyone you meet that? Do you ask that of everyone you meet? What a fascinating life. Actually, as it just so happens, I do ask everyone I meet that question. You have a smart mouth on you, don't you? Just answer my questions and let's get through this. Far more than yours, I'd wager. Oh man, I don't like how mean we're being to her. Yeah, I think she probably has had a fascinating life, so fuck. I don't want to be smarmy. Let's just Just answer my questions. Let's get this over with. What can you tell me about this place? Here, this is the smouldering corpse. Though the person smouldering ain't dead yet, he's just keeping himself alive till someone comes along to help him out. Sods who like to see people in pain come here. Fiends like it. Folks who don't much care for being bothered come here too. The name alone keeps out most of the Burks. I understand. I'm looking for a collector by the name of Farad. Have you seen or heard of him? Farad? The Collector King? You can probably find him in his stinking ilk in the trash warrens on the far side of the hive. Good luck getting any answers from him. He's a sly devil, he is. I understand. Farewell. I wonder if, can I talk to him? Ignis? Probably not. I wonder if, oh, actually. Wow, I can just walk on the flaming plate. I was gonna say, I wonder if there's because if he was a wizard and someone opened up a channel to the elemental plane of fire and, like, inside of his body or whatever. I wonder if there's a way to open up a channel to the elemental plane of water and then put him out. That would be my first guess in terms of how to solve the Burning Man puzzle. Maybe that's too easy, I don't know. Or, well, actually no, probably the hard part would be, it's an easy solution in theory, but the hard part would be, how do you actually open a channel to the plane of water? This cackling, billowing creature twists slowly above an iron grill upon the floor of the bar. It may have once been a human, but now its skin is charred beyond recognition. Streams of fire form a wreath around the creature's body, and the flames lick at the few remaining pockets of flesh, causing them to bubble and run like wax down the creature's skeletal frame. Woof. Examine the smouldering corpse. The heat surrounding this creature is incredible. To your surprise, the iron grill in the creature floats above has sagged and bent from the heat. At first you thought the heat came from the grill, but now you realize it emanates from the creature. As you watch, flecks of ash drift from the writhing corpse and float slowly to the ceiling. How does he not run out of, like, body mass? Like, if he's melting and bits are coming off of him as he's burning. Like, just physically, how is he not just reduced? How is he not, like, eventually just get atomized, you know? I don't know why I'm trying to apply, like, physics to a fantasy game, but here we are. Greetings, or greetings. The thing makes no response. It writhes slowly within the flame. It lives, but it does not seem aware of anything other than the fire that surrounds it. Its skin, its flame, its heart, its flame, and, you know, within some shadowed corner of your memory. Oh. Tone on that was completely wrong. And you know, within some shadowed corner of your memory, that this thing is dangerous. Leave the thing alone. Ooh. Mercy Killer Patron. 0? Dakon. Drusilla, Smoldering Corpse. Aethlegrin. Tegarin. Patron. Wow, okay, there's a lot of characters here. Oh, do I get a picture of the Smoldering Corpse? Let's see. Lady of Pain. Ebcrekness. I don't think we've met him. Oh, yeah. Sitting in the Smoldering Corpse. Okay, so I guess we've seen him, but we haven't spoken to him yet. Okay. Mochai. That looks like a dustman. Smoldering Corpse patron. Okay, let's talk to the generic patrons first. This is a woman with a far-off cast to her face. Oh man, the volume on the music is going up. Oh no. Hopefully you can still hear me. This is a woman with a far-off cast to her face. She's not exactly young, nor is she exactly old. Perhaps it's the expression of slight disbelief that's etched across her features. The expression says that she doesn't believe her senses. When they focus on you, she speaks sharply but not angrily. Do you need something? Man, we can ask everything to everyone. Who are you? I'm Creus. Or Kiaras. Kiaras Thorntongue. I'm here with my cousin because my uncle doesn't want me wandering the hive on my own. He doesn't seem to think I'm competent on my own. He may be right. I don't know this city or plane very well. I'm not from here. I'm from the Prime. The Prime? What's that? You're from the Prime? Well, you still might be able to answer my questions. I like this song. It's kind of subdued, but it's got a cool rhythm to it. I know what the Prime is, but I'm going to ask this anyway. The Prime? What's that? She cocks her head and looks at you oddly. The Prime Material Plane? The place where the belief of the outer planes are shaped and what? The place where the belief of the outer planes are shaped of is born. What? That's so weirdly phrased. The world? Stars, moons, and so forth? Belief in reality? I sure hope you know what the Prime is, because it's an essential part of planar knowledge. I knew that. I had other questions. I'm looking for a journal. Sorry, I'm new in town, and I can assure you I haven't seen anything that I'd recognize as a journal. Though I am told that something that appears to be a person could in actuality be the journal for some other creature. I'm still trying to get my head around the philosophy here. It's a little overwhelming, but they say if you stick with it, it becomes easier. I'm told that something that appears to be a person could in actuality be the journal of some other creature. Is that me? I've got tattoos on my back. Am I the journal of some other creature? That's a relief. I'd like to get some answers from you. I'm looking for a collector by the name of Thing is, like, at some point I was like, maybe I should stop asking everyone for whether they've seen a journal, because pretty much everyone says no. But everyone says no in a slightly different way. So I think it's still worth asking. I'm looking for a collector by the name of Farad. Have you seen him or heard of him? A collector? I don't believe I've heard the term. She pauses, thinking. Is that one of those haulers of the dead? The poor folk who collect the hive's innumerable victims for money? Yes. From what I understand, they mostly congregate in areas of the hive that are further from the mortuary, where there is more life and more violence. Your best bet might be to concentrate your search away from the house of the dead. I might just do that. But first I'd like to ask you some more questions. What can you tell me about this place? This is, I understand, the Smouldering Corpse Tavern, named after that fellow near the entrance. From what I can see, it's a dive where scum mixes with cream to create an entirely unappetizing new flavor. Of course, being from the Prime, my perceptions might be jaundiced. Wow, what a way of phrasing that. That's possible. Things are not always as they seem here. Can you answer some other questions? What was it you and your friend were saying about Sigil? He's not my friend, he's my cousin. You can be friends with your cousin. He was just telling me that this isn't the center of the multiverse, despite it being located smack in the middle of the Outlands, despite it being the focal point of portals from all over the cosmos. There isn't a known place with more, despite all the quarreling gods... What? Oh man, she speaks in a lot of run-on sentences. He was telling me that this isn't the center of the multiverse. Despite it being located smack in the middle of the Outlands, despite it being the focal point of portals from all over the cosmos, despite all the quarreling the gods do over it, despite the sheer variety and concentration of power that accumulates here. Okay, it's like a concatenated sentence. Despite it being the focal point of portals from all over the cosmos, there isn't a known place with more focal points, that is. Despite all the quarreling the gods do over it, despite the sheer variety and concentration of power that accumulates here, there's no place like this in the cosmos, and he's telling me it's nothing special? Ha! That's an interesting perspective. Perhaps you both have elements of truth. Be that as it may, I'd like to ask more questions. I mean, if it's a multiverse, I don't know how far the multiverse goes, right? Like, some multiverses are only, like, one layer deep. Like, you know, like there's some true reality, and then the multiverses are just, like, offshoots of that one true reality. But other multiverses are just, like, infinitely stacked. And if that's the case with Planescape, I genuinely don't know the answer to this question. But if that is the case with Planescape, then it is also true that there is another Hive, or another Sigil, or another city that's very much like Sigil, but also slightly different. And that's also considered to be the center of the universe. You know, like... makes your brain wobble a bit when you think about it. Yeah, that's an interesting perspective. Perhaps you both have elements of truth. Perhaps you're correct, but I find that such relativism is often beyond me. Either the place is important or it's not. Paradox may fuel the planes, but there must be sense to it somehow. Not necessarily. But I haven't time to argue this right now. Instead, I'd like to ask more questions. Nothing, good day. Man, for an unnamed smoldering patron corpse, or smoldering corpse patron, you sure had a lot to say. Really surprised that you didn't have a name. I was expecting like such a nothing conversation from her. We started talking about like the nature of reality. Holy shit, this game, man. I love this game. You know, some games have writing, but this game has writing. You see someone dressed as a female dustman with a half-empty glass in her right hand. As you near her, she calls out to you. Yo, over here. You notice there's something wrong about her, and your exposure to the dustman leads you to believe that she's too lively to be a real member of the faction. Didn't we hear something about a fake dustman? Approach her. Hey, Cutter! Buy a lady a drink. You're not really a dustman, are you? Very well. Here are 5 coins. Who are you? What is this place? Tell me about the other patrons here. Who is the burning corpse? I don't think I should call her out immediately. And it's only 5 coins, so yeah. Very well. Here's 5 coins. My thanks, Cutter. May you find the true death. She pockets your money and looks nervously towards the front of the bar. Give me some good answers for my jink now. What? What do you want to know? You're not really a dustman, are you? She looks around nervously and seems to sober right up. Why'd you say that? Because you don't act like a dusty, and you're not offering contracts. In fact, you're taking money instead of giving it out for that corpse labor they do at the mortuary. She stifles a squeak of terror and hastens to explain. No. I'm not a dustman. I just found these robes in the street and I didn't have enough money to get good clothes, and I heard there was a dustman thief around, but could you could probably find him somewhere else in the southwest part of the hive? I saw him, but I hid from him. Please don't hurt me. I'm not planning on it, or give me some money and I'll let you go. I'm not planning on it, but you ought to know that you're not pulling it off too well. Now answer some questions. I won't yet. Farewell. I'm not planning on it, but you ought to know that you're not pulling it off too well. Now answer some questions. Who are you? Me? I'm Mochai. Just like to, drink here and, She loses her train of thought momentarily. I'm just a person, you know. I like that. I'm just a person, you know. I really like that. I see. Answer some more questions. What is this place? Smoldering Corpse Tavern? Can't you read? You, more bubbed than I am? Forget it, tell me something else. Tell me about the other patrons here. Dunno, they're just, people? I don't deal much with people, lest they're buying me a drink. She looks at you hopefully. I can see why. Farewell. Weird. Okay. Smoldering Corpse's patron. This is the cousin, I presume. Yeah, like, it's so weird that she was named and... Like, she had a name, and she's not named in the game overlay. This is a slightly balding man with a cynical cast to his face. He speaks in a staccato voice, rapping out each word distinctly and clearly. Staccato is like rhythmic, right? Sounds like it. What do you want, Cutter? Who are you? I am Cillian Irontoes. Before you ask, I got the name because my idiot brother dropped a 50-pound stone on my feet and crushed my toes. Now, I have iron toes. All right? All right, I suppose. Answer some questions, will you? What would you like to know? I'm looking for a journal. I haven't seen one. At least, not one that stuck out in my mind. If it wasn't valuable, try the trash mounds on the opposite side of the hive. I sympathize with your plight. Journals are the very essence of identity. They keep us aware of our past and help us plot our future paths. I always keep a journal to myself. And I find I am a better person because of it. He says this last with self-satisfied relish. You're not kidding. Answer some other questions? I'm looking for a collector by the name of Farad. Have you seen or heard of him? A collector? Isn't that one of those nasty dead haulers? I don't associate with that type. This isn't my ward, really, so no, I've never heard of him. What is your ward? I live in the ladies' ward, with my uncle. It's generally a better class of person there, if I say so myself. None of the riff-raff that you see floating around here so much. No, I'd say that coming to this area is definitely slumming. I can't say that I enjoy it, but then I'm told one should experience a wide variety of offerings. I'm just about done with this one. Ladies' ward, eh? Very well. I think I'm gonna stop saying I want to ask more questions out loud. Let's say... What can you tell me about this place? This is the Smouldering Corpse. I have brought my greenhorn, clueless, prime cousin here to see some of the sights, smells, and sounds of Sigel's beauties. So far, she remains unimpressed. I can see why. Can you tell me something else? Who's that burning by the entryway? Chant has it that the unfortunate fellow goes by the name of Ignis. Burned down a portion of the hive before the folks here got together, took care of him. They made him a conduit to the elemental plane of fire, and now he has to arrive there for folks' amusement. Not too amusing, but interesting, certainly. It certainly is. Can you tell me something else? What was it that you and your friend were saying about Sigil? Oh, here we go. Big long paragraph. Ah, my cousin. He stresses the word as if to emphasize that he has no choice in his acquaintance. Has recently come here from her backwater prime world. My uncle, a renowned wizard, brought her here to expand her horizons. She labors under the delusion that this is the center of the multiverse. She thinks it's somehow important. Since I've lived here my whole life, I know otherwise. It's a place the powers and Planeborn overlook, just as humans overlook the squirrels in the city parks. It's not important, and the sooner humans come to realize that the sooner that humans come to realize they're not important, the better off they'll be. Really? I'll have to hear her justification for this in the meantime. Yeah. It's kind of annoying I can't, contribute to this debate, but I guess they don't assume the player to have an opinion on this yet. Fascinating, thank you. Right. You're a Smoldering Corpse patron, too. Are you a generic one, or are you... This is like the zombies all over again. Maybe I should have been talking to the townspeople, too. The generic, hookers and whatever. And the beggars and just any randomly repeating name. Fuck. I don't know what to trust anymore. You see a scruffy, ill-kempt man. He smells strongly of alcohol. Yeah? What do you want, eh? He leans in close and looks you up and down. Looks like you could use a healer. He laughs loudly at his own poor humor, and the nauseating stench of liquor and poorly chewed food waste washes over you. Right, yeah, so I can ask the same questions to these patrons every time. So it's like the questions are generic, but their responses may not be. Me? I'm Andor! He waves he weaves on his feet. Ooster be a hell of a fighting man, too. But that's before the bub took a hold of me. Friends called me Slappy 'cause I was good at doing it to people, but now they call me Slappy 'cause so many women do it to me when I talk to them. That's great, Ander. Farewell. I don't know. He's drunk. I'm not convinced he's gonna tell us anything that useful. God, yeah, but why is he not named? That's so weird now, though, right? Everyone else in this bar is named, apart from these three Smoldering Corpse patrons. Even though these three Smoldering Corpse patrons also have names. How bizarre. These sturdy pylons support the ramshackled roof. Gosh. These red-hot pipes do nothing to alleviate the already warm air. This metal table is scarred with talons, knives, teeths, and the marks of innumerable tavern brawls. Like the air around it, it's warm to the touch. Same again. Yeah, okay. Wow, okay. Oh, these are different. These red-hot pipes remind you of torture devices. Apparently they emit steam. Yeah, okay. Well, these vents blow incredibly hot air from the furnace below. Wait, so why is there if the man himself is... Oh, I've just realized there's a vent, like, right in the doorway. Yeah, why is there a furnace in here if the man is also contributing to the heat? And why is this a bar? Why is this not like a workshop or something? Can I go in here? Oh, I can. This once functional door is now nailed shut and barred on the inside to protect against thieves. Almost looks like a vault door. Huh. Yeah, so I feel like we're coming up on the end of the episode. I don't want to talk to more people just in case, you know, we end up having a 20-minute conversation again. I guess we got 5 minutes. Let's just have a little look through Slappy's dialogue. If it ain't my old friend Sir Scott... God, he even has extra... Wow, there's extra dialogue when you come back and talk to someone too. Jesus Christ, this game and its dialogue is... it's a little overwhelming at times, but wow. If it ain't my old friend Sir Scar, he chortles under his breath, or at least makes a valiant attempt. In his inebriated condition, he has trouble doing anything quietly. What can old Slappy do for you, Scar man? Looking for a journal. If you lost it in the hive, good chance some collector somewhere has it. Check out the hive some more, yeah. Looking for Farad. Name sounds familiar, but you know how it is when you pickled your head with Bob. I just can't remember. Got my apologies, Scar. Very well. What can you tell me about this place? This place, Smouldering Corpse, best place in town for a drink, leastways, as long as you don't mind drinking near a fiend or two. Nor if you don't mind Red Death poking their heads in on occasion. Lots of people here, lots of interesting things, lots. Red Death? What is Red Death? Capital R, capital D. I assume you're one of the attractions then. Who's this burning in the hallway? That's Ignis. He's some crazy old coot mage who got a bright idea to burn down Hive. You see the alley of dangerous angles? He done that. Group of wizards got together, did some magics on him, and now he's a tavern-themed thing. Mascot? My cousin was one of the wizards. No great shakes as a mage, but he sure got this Burke. Thanks, Slappy. Farewell. Okay, yeah, man, he actually had something useful to say. Fucking this game. Constantly blown away by this game. Yeah, okay. So, this guy was responsible for the Alley of Dangerous Angles. We haven't been there yet, but it's on our world map, isn't it? Yeah, it looks like a shortcut between the north, east, and southwest parts of the hive. And then, yeah, Ragpicker Square, Buried Village, Clerk's Ward, or Clark's Ward, Alley of Lingering Sighs. God, every time I see that name, I'm just blown away by what a cool name that is. Lower Ward. Yeah, okay. There's still so much. There's so many places still left to go. I bet this expands further as well, right? Like, I bet there's locations on each of these extra patches of skin as well. Or maybe these are different planes, right? Oh, yeah. Yeah, maybe these are different planes or different dimensions that we go to that we can get back. Like, because Sigil is like, yeah, the city of doors. So yeah, maybe we'll find doors that lead us to completely different places, and they'll pop up on these little skin patches. I don't know. Or maybe I'm reading too much into it, and the skin patches are completely aesthetic. Cool. All right. Well, yeah. When next we return, we will keep talking to people in this bar because everyone in here has something really interesting to say, apparently. So I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Love and peace.